What is up, Bradford Bass family? Welcome back to Bass Babble. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about Jordanlee being back on the Bassmaster Elite series. And if I'm being honest, I think this is absolutely fantastic news. But there is one thing that I don't really like about it, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later in this video. But first, I want to talk about the good things. Jordanlee is a Bassmaster guy through and through, in my opinion, and he always has been. I know he left Bassmaster to go join the Bass Pro Tour when that split all went down. But to me, Jordanlee made a name for himself through Bassmaster, came up through the Bassmaster College Series, and obviously where he really catapulted himself into a main name in the industry was by winning back-to-back Bassmaster Classic championships. So Jordanlee has always been and always will be a Bassmaster guy. To me, very similar to like a Kevin Van Dam, is just a Bassmaster guy. So it's a huge win, in my opinion, for Bass to get him back. It's a huge win not for just Bassmaster, the organization, but for just fans in general. Now, I'll be honest, I am a huge Bassmaster fan. I tend to lean towards watching Bassmaster over the MLF, but I still followed the Bass Pro Tour. I really did. I just enjoy bass fishing in general. But when I would go check the score tracker or whatever it is at Bass Pro Tour, I was always looking for three names. I was looking at Jordanlee's name, I was looking at Kevin Van Dam's name, and Fletcher Shryock. Now, Fletcher Shryock is more because he's a Ohio guy, and I'm an Ohio guy. So I really like to put support behind him and his brother Hunter, who is on the Bassmaster Elite series. So I've always followed Jordan's career, even when he wasn't at Bassmaster. But Jordan coming back is a huge win for everybody involved. And I think it really gives Bassmaster that elite household name again. Now, I know they had Gerald Swindle. Gerald Swindle is a huge name, a huge personality in the bass fishing world. But, you know, Gerald Swindle, and I think he would admit, is on probably the back nine of his career. Jordanlee is still a hammer. He's still a stick. I mean, I believe he is second. He was second on the Bass Pro Tour in winnings behind only Jacob Wheeler, who is regarded as the best bass fisherman in the world right now. So getting Jordanlee back is a big deal. It really is. And I think that with him coming back, you got Ben Milliken coming to Bassmaster. Then there's going to be a lot of other guys fishing opens this year that Bassmaster is really starting to turn back into that monster again. And I just think it's going to continue to grow. I really do. Because I personally think the MLF, as much as they change and everything that's been going on with them, that I don't know how much longer they're going to be able to sustain that. I really don't. So I really think this is a huge win for Bassmaster in particular. But the one negative thing that I don't like about Jordanlee coming back to Bassmaster, and I shouldn't say that I don't like about him coming back, is it's more so I don't like how he came back. If you don't know, Jordan got the spot in the Bassmaster Elite series because Larry Nixon, who is also a legend of the sport, retired. And that opened up a Legends exemption in Bassmaster. And you get a Legends exemption by either winning a Bassmaster Classic title or being Angler of the Year. And it might be, if you earned over $1 million maybe in your career on Bassmaster, maybe that's another way to get a Legends exemption. Regardless, that is how Jordanlee got back into Bassmaster. Larry Nixon retired, and since Jordan had two exemptions because he won two Bassmaster Classic championships, he was the first one to get that call. Now, I don't blame Jordan for going back. I don't. If anything, I probably blame Bass more for this. And this is just me being who I am as a person, probably, than anything. I really wish Jordan would have went back to the opens. I really do. I would like to see him go through that gauntlet and earn his way back, similar to how like Mike Iaconelli did. Now, maybe that wasn't possible for Jordan, because Jordan is a household name, and maybe his sponsors needed him to be fishing one of the top tours. Maybe they would not continue to sponsor him if he went back to the opens. I don't know. I don't know the reasons. I just know for me personally, it would have felt a lot more better if he would have went back to the opens or requalified. The way I look at it is, if I was Bass, to me, I'd be like, if I wasn't good enough for you then, why am I good enough for you now? And if you truly want to come back to me, and then show me how much you want it by earning your way back here. And I'm going to give you a little story. I started working for a commercial electrical contractor when I was 18 years old. So 2005 is when I started there full time. And I worked there all the way up until 2018. Worked my way up from apprenticeship all the way up to a foreman level. Really established a career there. Well, in 2018, I started to have some personal health problems that I was dealing with, and I actually had to leave the company. I didn't go work anywhere else, but I had to leave. And we're going to talk about the reason why I left in another video, because bass fishing actually saved my life. And we're going to talk about that on another video, but that's for another time. But I had to leave. And after I got my stuff worked out, I tried to come back in, I think, 2020 or 2021. And when I went back to them, I said, hey, I'm all good to go. I'm ready to come back and work here again. And they basically told me, we're going to bring you back. We're going to give you that opportunity, but here's how it's going to go. You are going to take a $5 an hour pay cut from what you were making. You are going to take all your vacation time and pretty much throw it out the window. I think they gave me like 1 or 2 days, and you cannot be late and you cannot miss a day for the first 90 days. But if you can do all those 3 things, after 1 year, we'll talk about giving you back your status. But you're not going to be a foreman. You're going to go back out in the field and work with your tools on every single day. And I said, okay, that's what I'm going to do, because I really wanted to work for that company. I love that company, but I also understand that I left. I didn't leave to go to a competitor. I left for personal reasons. But at the end of the day, I left. There's other guys that work there that it wouldn't look right if I just came back and went right back into the role I was into. I had to work my way back to that level, and that's exactly what I did. I put my nose down. I grinded every day, and worked my way back up to that foreman level. Got all my vacation time back. Got my pay back plus some. So I'm just built that way. I feel like you should earn something, okay? And I know that we all know Jordanlee can fish at this level. We all know that. I mean, the guy has won 2 Bassmaster Classics. We know he can fish at this level. To me, it would have just felt a little bit better if he would have done it by requalifying through the Bassmaster Opens. But that's really all I got, and that's really the only negative feeling I have towards the whole thing. So if you like this stuff, guys, if you enjoy this content, hit that subscribe button. Help support the channel. I would really appreciate it. But that's all I got for this one. Everybody stay safe out there, and I'll talk to you soon.